They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll give him 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Play fake. Mayfield. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And he's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. And again, it's Mayfield. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Watson locates Kamara on the out route. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield off the play fake. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet. But I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it. I
think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mayfield to throw it. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Now Watson going to sneak it. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to get this up to midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now Watson. And Thomas has it. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Watson off play action, on the move to his left. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Watson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Run.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, There's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down. Now it's Watson. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw, Watson. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And he takes us beyond the 30.